You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Read or Die Anime OVA. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we get to cover an anime OVA that only has lasted for 3 episodes for 90 minutes. For today's anime review is Read or Die OVA. So for the anime, Read or Die is an anime OVA based on the manga of the same name by Hideyuki Kurata. It was created by Studio Deen, which is known for their work on Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto and Ranma Half. Yep. In early 2001, and distributed outside Japan by Manga Entertainment in 2003, which is I have on DVD. The series was directed by Koji Musunari, features the main characters of the original manga, such as Yomiko Redman and Joker. It is a continuation of the Read or Die storyline, taking place a few years after the events of the manga. So let's review the OVA plot. Let's begin. So the first episode begins with a cold open set in Washington, D.C., where the White House has been evacuated. The samurai Genai Hiraga appears on top of the White House and annihilates by using a mysterious power. Later in the episode, it is revealed that the U.S. Library of Congress has been attacked, although this is not actually shown. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, Yomiko Redman gets her hands on an ultra-rare German first edition book, Die Unsterbliche Liebe, translated as The Undying Love. The book, however, is dusty and dirty, but has sheet music handwritten in its pages. In the margins and on the blank pages in the front and back and front, almost immediately she is attacked by a superhuman-like clone of Jean-Henri Fabre. Riding a mecha grasshopper, he tries to steal her book, but she fights back and wins, exhibiting her a superhuman ability to manipulate paper. A man in a suit walks up to her moments later, asking the paper to accompany him. What we learned that Yomiko is an agent of the British Library Special Operations Division, a group tasked to locate and protecting rare books worldwide, especially. Yep. A library team consisting of Yomiko and American operative Drake Anderson is sent to investigate the attack at the U.S. Library of Congress. Upon arriving to New York City, Drake and Yomiko met a fellow agent, Nancy Makuhari, aka Miss D, who is also turns out to have been sent by Joker to investigate. Yomiko and Nancy are assigned to work together, and various comic moments occur throughout the series of personality clashes occur between Nancy's suave, femme fatale character, and Yomiko's extreme bibliomania and her meek, childlike demeanor. During the investigation, the three library agents foil attempt to steal the book, this one perpetrated by a clone of Otto Lilienthal. In London, Joker and the British library staff uncovers evidence that some has created various superpower clones of Aijin or famous historical figures. The Aijin clone, led by a clone of Ikkyo Sojin, are trying to steal the sheet music in Yomiko's book to reconstruct Ludwig van Beethoven's supposedly lost Death Symphony, which causes anyone who hears it to commit suicide. The symphony figures in the plot to eliminate most of mankind, which EQ sees as foolish, selfish, and generally unworthy of life. The library team discovers that Aijin have built a rocket which, when launched, played the supposed Death Symphony over worldwide radio frequencies. A fleet of U.S. Navy ships are ordered to destroy the base, which is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, but the warships are sunk by the base's weapons. Nancy is revealed to be a double agent and escapes to the Aijin base. Yomiko becomes bent on finding her, even though she turned on the library team, but she is taken hostage by herself by none other than Nancy, revealing that she is an Aijin clone of Mata Hari. Yomiko is imprisoned in the machine room within the Aijin base, but when IQ asks her to join the Aijin, she refuses as well. At this point, IQ reveals his plans to Yumiko and then immediately kills Nancy before her eyes. Yumiko watches in horror. Another Nancy steps out of the shadows and kisses IQ passionately. The lovers depart, leaving Yumiko to die in a rapidly flooding room. Suddenly, as Yumiko struggles to free herself from IQ's trap, Drake battles the Aijin versions of Fabre and Hiraga. IQ's Nancy is confronted by the library's Nancy, who survived the IQ's attack as well. The clones fight each other, ending with one Nancy floating face up in the water at the bottom of the launch platform. The rocket launches with Yumiko and IQ and surviving Nancy aboard as Beethoven is about to play the Death Symphony. IQ gloats over his Nancy's defeat of the library's Nancy, but she suddenly turns on him and kills him at this point. But when he dies, she reveals that she was able to pose as her clone by switching her gun from her left hand to her right hand. So Yumiko destroys the strings of the organ as the British and American forces seize the Aijin fortress. Yumiko plans to evacuate them both from the rocket using her book as a parachute. I mean, what is it with using books as parachutes, what you see in the Anime OVA Read or Die? But that is the question. I mean, I was like, what is it with using books as parachutes as well? But anyways, we'll come to that in just a little, figuring things out. But at the last second, Nancy does not jump, preferring to stay behind on the rocket as she says to the dead IQ, "You were a cold, heartless bastard. But even you don't deserve to die alone." So the OVA ends with Yumiko visiting Nancy's little sister in a secure nursing facility. She has lost most of her memory due to her brain damage caused by oxygen deprivation and asks Yumiko to tell her about her older sister, as you noticed. And is how it is what it is, if you will. And that's my anime review on the 2001 Read or Die anime OVA. I noticed there are some historical figures that are used in the OVA, which we'll get to that in just a moment. I mean, there is also the Read or Die anime TV series. The OVA was sequeled by the 26-episode TV series Read or Die, the anime TV series. The TV series is loosely connected to the OVA, and some events in the series are related. The series takes place 5 years after the OVA, especially. And in the interim, Yumiko had apparently gone missing while her friend and student Nene Sumiragawa, who posted notes all over her apartment in the beginning of the OVA, has been looking for her at this point. Yumiko, Drake, Joker, and Wendy all appear in the TV series. However, most of them change somehow in the appearance or character significantly. Joker displays signs of aging, and Wendy is more mature and serious in the TV series, as it was to the OVA especially. Because Yumiko is actually voiced by a British person in the TV series, she actually adopts a British accent. She also develops slightly more sensible character. And there's also in the episode 18 of the Read or Die, the TV anime series as well. Following an incident involving Nancy, Yumiko reveals the sequence of the events within the 5-year interval between the events of the OVA and the TV series. During the OVA, of course, Nancy and EQ, whatever you want to pronounce it, were passionate lovers, and Nancy's clone was created by EQ as a result of the original Nancy working for the British Library Special Operations. Prior to EQ's death in the final scenes of the OVA, EQ impregnated Nancy's clone, and following the end of the OVA, Nancy's clone gives birth almost immediately. Joker seizes Nancy's baby from her for research purposes. However, it is revealed that Joker had a specific purpose for the baby. As the head of the British Library neared his death, Joker would attempt to transfer him into a new host body. Yumiko attempt to stop Joker for ethical purposes, as when Joker ordered to have her arrested in a fit of despair at the sight of her ex-lover Donnie Nakajima. Yumiko burned down the British Library and went on to hiding for 5 years before finally reappearing in the Read or Die anime TV series, as you expect at this point. So the anime OVA, Read or Die OVA from 2001. only lasted about particularly like 3 episodes, and the runtime was 90 minutes. It only released from May 23rd, 2001 until February 6th, 2002. And yes, my anime review on Read or Die 2001 Anime OVA has gotten a lot way more better than my movie review on Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey, as well as Nobody's Fool with Paul Newman, Little Miss Sunshine, Die Hard with a Vengeance, as well as late as Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger as well, and same with Double Jeopardy with Tommy Lee Jones, because I have not seen those movies because I was busy with my anime reviews in the process, especially. But anyways, the Anime OVA Read or Die only has been the first anime to have its home video released by Manga Entertainment in 2001, which is probably distributed outside of Japan as well. And also, for the music, who did the music for Read or Die Anime OVA was basically Taku Awasaki, who did music for anime such as The Irresponsible Captain Tyler, Now and Then, Here and There, Samurai X Trust and Betrayal, The Soul Taker, Sadamatsu the Destroyer, Samurai X Reflection, Get Backers, Witch Hunter, Robin, Black Cat, Binchotan, Oban Star Racers, 0091, Gurren Lagann, Soul Eater, C, Heaven's Memo Pay Ad, Bento. Also did Black Butler, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Battle Tendency, Gatchaman Crowds Inside. Oh, and he's also known for the music for other current anime such as Akame ga Kill. Forgot to mention that one. As well as did the music for other ones like Origins, Spirits of the Past, The Irregular at Magic High School, the movie, The Girl Who Called the Stars, and Bungo Stray Dogs' Dead Apple as well. Forgot to mention that one, especially for in this anime review. And I noticed there are some historical figures that are used in the OVA, like the samurai Gene Hiraga, Jean-Henri Fabre, Mata Hari, Otto Lenthial, Genjo Sanzo, Stephen Wilcox, which the character Stephen Wilcox is particularly the American inventor in the anime Read or Die, which is probably particular as well as Ikkyu Sojin, and also the composer who did is just Ludwig van Beethoven, which is the classical music composer. It's just probably in the same way how in my previous anime review on the Dagger of Kamui is particularly Mark Twain, which is particularly historical figures that we expect seeing in anime. Kind of like my anime review on the Dagger of Kamui, where I mentioned Mark Twain in the previous anime review. I mean, Read or Die is one of the newest anime OVAs. I know this only has like 3 episodes on there, but the runtime was probably about 90 minutes on there, and it has one part of the winner at the Anime Expo in 2002, especially for this anime. Animerica called it rock solid animation for this particular anime, as well as Anime Insider called it unbelievably cool, absolutely brilliant for this particular anime OVA. I mean, Read or Die is probably one of my newest anime reviews, even though I have the OVA on DVD, which only has 3 episodes, because I have been previously reviewing my previous anime reviews like the Kabosha Wine, Urusei Yatsura, Beastars, Ranma Half, Trigun, Fist of the North Star, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust, Crusaders, Space Adventure Cobra, Lupin the Third, and other animes that I recently did on my previous anime reviews in the past, but my anime review on Read or Die OVA definitely takes the cake as well. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Read or Die 2001 Anime OVA for today. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on this OVA. It's been a while since I watched this OVA because I knew it was a 3-episode OVA. It only runs about 90 minutes because I have it on DVD that is released by Manga Entertainment back in 2000. That was released back in 2003 on DVD as well as on VHS as well because I have it on DVD in my anime collection, I guess. Hope subscribe for content. My anime planet link in the description. I'll link. You share this video on your Twitter, Facebook. If you have a Twitter, Facebook account, and all of social media, be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comments in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RurouniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified and keep it otaku for this anime review. And I got another anime review coming up next, what I have for tomorrow. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I got another anime series I can cover for tomorrow's anime review on real life. Stay tuned for my next anime review on real life, because you won't want to miss another anime review.